Yeah, doing what you do. I can't really play music. The only thing I play is with myself. So. No, somebody put too much alcohol in me. I can't have that tonight, Vic. I'm going to start the show off by talking about something that really brings us all together. Something that unites us as a people, as a species, as a society. Drugs. You're wrong? Well, you know, there's always the after show.
Oh, wow.
So, my old roommate was a bit of a stoner, and I don't know if you guys know potheads that get a little bit paranoid from time to time. But that was my roommate to a T. He would smoke himself to being paranoid all the time, and it was exacerbated by the fact that he actually spent some time in jail for possession. The problem that comes into play here is he would order paraphernalia and not tell me about it. So one day I get a package at my front door that was mailed to Johnny Cage. And I said, I didn't know whose this is, and my name's not Johnny Cage, and neither's my roommate. So a week later, he's like, hey, did you see my package? I'm like, package? He's like, yeah, I ordered some stuff. And he's like, I'm like, did you order it under another name? He's like, I might have, let me check. He's like, holy shit, I ordered it under Johnny Cage. So now we find ourselves in a predicament where we need to prove to the U.S. Postal Service that one of us is named Johnny Cage. Basically, the moral of this story is, if you order drug paraphernalia under a pseudonym, don't use a goddamn video game character's name. It's a horrible time. Outside of this, I have a normal job, of course, but I do have a few hobbies. I'm into electronics and computers. My brother's a mechanic, actually, and if you want to talk to me after the show, I'll be really fucking surprised. But I'm working on this concept. Since he's a mechanic and I'm good with electronics, we're working together and we need a few investors, if you will. We're going to build this device that you put in your car that lets other drivers know that you're going to turn before you do it.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I think people would use such a device. It's a turn signal, guys. It already exists. That joke was funnier than you acted. If you're a nerd like me, you're probably not here and you're at home and you won't see this joke. But about a week ago, roughly, we got some pretty good high-definition photos of Pluto. I don't know if you guys have seen those. They're pretty outstanding. Woo, Pluto!
Yay.
Yeah. My favorite not planet. So those pictures are really breathtaking, and if you haven't seen them, you need to go home and Google Pluto Photos 2015. And there's a structure on Pluto that actually looks like a heart. It's really cool and it's really breathtaking. I don't know if you've seen it, but you should really check it out. And I think that's really cool for a lot of reasons. The main one is we sent a camera out 3 billion miles and found a heart. But I get on Tinder, I can't find one for 75 fucking miles. Which leads me to another point. It takes those messages roughly 6 hours to reach us from 3 billion miles away, traveling at the speed of light. You can Google this. Which I think to be a little bit ironic as well. Because most people can't text back in the same season. I can tell you guys are loving my jokes about relationships. My last serious girlfriend lost her place to live, and she moved in with me for a little while. Her mom caught wind of this and freaked out. She said, what are you doing where are you staying? How are you taking care of yourself? What is going on? Because she lost her apartment. She got kicked out and was evicted and didn't have anywhere to go. So she moved in with me for a little while. Pro tip, if you've been dating 2 weeks, it's a horrible idea. And so she moved in with me, and her mom calls her up on the phone, and I'm driving, I think we're going to the store or something, and her mom calls her, and her mom freaks out, and she said, what are you doing? She's like, oh, don't worry, we'll let me move in with him. He's taking very good care of me. He's feeding me. You know, it's really good not to have to pay for food anymore in my meals. And then, for better or worse, something took over me and I screamed so that her mother could hear. And it's great not to have to pay for sex anymore either. I wonder why that relationship ended. You guys tell me. That's enough of that. I have a little nephew that's very, very close to me. He's about 4 years old at this point. And the last time I saw him, it was a little family get-together. And he was deathly afraid of dinner rolls, which is a very specific fear to have, I find. Come to find out, someone had been telling this child, stop, drop, and roll if you ever catch on fire. Well, apparently he thought literally people were dropping rolls and then instantaneously combusting. If you drop a roll, you will catch on fire. Don't drop a roll. It's a great way to start life, I think. Afraid of dinner rolls. On par with the food jokes, I have a very, very close friend of mine that's stationed at Fort Gordon. He just returned from a tour of Kuwait. He's very close to me, and I haven't really traveled too much just yet in my life. I hope to one day. And when he was in Kuwait, well, I asked him about being in Kuwait. I said, so what was Kuwait like? Tell me about Kuwait, because it's a totally different place, whole other side of the world. He's like, dude, it's pretty westernized. It's not that different from, you know, anywhere else you'd see. But like a week later, I pressed the issue. I'm like, man, tell me something about Kuwait. What did you see in Kuwait that was different from America? And he's like, okay, if you're going to bother me about this, I'll tell you. He's like, it's fairly westernized. You get most of the same restaurants, most of the same stores, things like that. But it's the subtle differences. And I'm like, subtle differences? What is that? Subtle differences. He's like, so I walked into a KFC in Kuwait, and it really didn't seem like a normal KFC in the States. And I said, what do you mean, Jake? And he's like, well, it was more like a Kuwaiti fried camels. You guys have been wonderful tonight. I think I'm probably going to close on this one. I was watching TV the other day, and I noticed a commercial come on TV. Have you guys seen the advertisements for the new Fantastic Four movie? Anybody excited about that? Ooh, yeah, about as excited as you are to see me. So, the thing about Fantastic Four that strikes me a little bit odd is, like, I don't think it really should be the Fantastic Four. I think they need to, like, narrow it down to, like, and just call it the Terrific Three. And the reason I say that is because most of them have, like, legit superpowers, like stuff that would blow your mind. But I just tend to take a problem with women that disappear. I think they all do that. You guys have been great. Thank you so much for your time. Looks like we got, looks like Fallen, maybe, playing next? Yes, no, maybe so? Or I could just keep going, whatever you guys want to do. That's you? Did I say it wrong?
That says Rodman.
Rodman? Oh, you need a guitar? I need talent. You want me to just keep going until you come back?
Yeah, tell another joke.
Tell another joke? You guys want to hear another joke? So, what joke? What joke? What joke? You've seen my shows, Mauricio. What joke you want to hear? No pressure. If it's a shitty joke. Oh, the funny one.
Yeah, that funny one. Do that one, man. Do the funny one.
What?
$7.
You want to hear that one? I said I was going to retire that joke, but okay. So, this happened to me and is a true story from the week I moved to Augusta. I'm not originally from Augusta. So obviously I'm on par to make good decisions and I moved here, obviously. My very close friend of mine used to do open mics, and at the time I was under 21, and a lot of places won't let you in if you're under 21 in Augusta, especially on the weekends. And this was like Saturday night about 3 years ago. Well, present company excluded. So, it was my friend and it was myself and about 2 or 3 of my friends. It was about 3 of my closest friends, and we got dropped off and we were waiting on somebody to come pick us up downtown. And we knew that we had about an hour before our ride was going to come get us. And so we decided that we're going to walk down to the BP that's way down on the end of Broad down there. I think it's about 3rd or 4th Street back that way. And we're walking from like Sky City, Nachamamas, that sort of place. So we have a little bit of a walk ahead of us. And so we walk all the way down there, and we said, you know, we're going to get some snacks, maybe a drink or something, and just wait it out. And so we get about 1 block from the gas station. And you know, guys, I have to admit, I haven't yet had to sell my body, but I imagine it's a bit of a niche market. Imagine you have to have a sales pitch. But if I had to have a sales pitch, it would not be as follows. It's only $7. Now, I don't know exactly what was $7, but I'm pretty sure it's venereal disease. And my first thought was not, oh my God, this is fucked up. My first thought was, hang on, $7, 3 best friends with me, $40 in my wallet. We could have a fucking party. Woo! You guys have been great. I think that's about all I got for you tonight.